I may have a packing problem, but my situation is not the same as everybody else's. When you see people packing and they're doing their little packing videos, they're usually packing for 7 to 14 days. They're not packing for 90 days. They're not packing for 60 days. Maybe they might be packing for 30 days, but most of the time they're packing for 7 to 14 days. I'm packing for 30 days, and I'm packing for Alaska. So that adds a whole new level of crazy to my packing. It's almost as bad as Norway, except we were in Norway in the summer and I didn't have to take one step further in warm clothes. So there you have it. And this is just my stuff, okay? Kathy hasn't even got her stuff together yet. There's no way on earth that we could ever share a suitcase. I mean, come on, that's ridiculous. My shoes alone take up a whole side of a suitcase. But that's all mine. My biggest culprit, these guys. This is all my extra warm stuff that I have to take because we're going to the glaciers. So there's no way this bag is closing as is. So I've got to do something. Enter Aerless. The folks at Aerless sent us this 2-bag kit so that we could give it a try and see what we think. And they tell me that this is going to save me 60% of my packing space. And if that happens, it's going to be a miracle, but let's check it out. So this Aerless bag is made out of this really durable, waterproof material. And as you can tell by the zippers are actually waterproof zippers. So this is kind of amazing. So it will contain odors and everything, so it would be really great for putting your dirties in at the end of your trip. And I am excited to see how this works. Magic happens with this guy. This is a little air pump that sucks the air out of the bag, and that is what's going to give us our 60% more space. So let's see what we can do with my giant pile of outerwear. This thing has really, really nice zippers. You can hear how solid they are. So that's how much space we've got. I am not feeling confident, but maybe this will change my mind. So let's give it a go, y'all. All right, now you kind of get to see what Alaska looks like for us as far as outerwear. This is my Columbia raincoat. So I'm going to get the Columbia raincoat in there. And it's really nice. And it also has zippers under the armpits. So if you start getting a little warm, you can unzip those zippers. And that's super nice. All right, so we got that. And the next thing we got is my Hawk & Company packable puffer jacket. And let's see, you can get that in there. Yeah, because this is the stuff that's really giving me the biggest headache. Because it's the stuff that you don't take all the time. And it's the stuff that's the bulkiest, right? So we got that guy in there. So I'm going to put in my Helly Hansen. It's one of my warm layers for layering. This is my hoodie. Kathy got one of these a couple years ago at Disney, and it worked so well on our last trip that I was insanely jealous. So I wanted to try it as well. This is another really warm layer from REI. I also have the long john bottoms to match that. So that's super fun. Put that in there. Alright. Okay. And then I still got a little room in there. Yeah, I'll put in my workout pants. Those are for going to the gym. Wow, that's a lot. I lost my ring. Okay, so look at that. Now, to me, that's still taking up like a lot of space in my suitcase. And there's a little extra space that I have to pull this zipper to right here at the top. You need to make sure that you get it all the way so that you can make sure that the air doesn't come out. So there we go. Now it's all nice and tight. The material on this is quite nice. It's a nylon that's waterproof. You can tell that it's durable. You can feel that it's durable. I mean, I can tell that it's not going to bust on me with all that stuff that I got in there. So, all right, let's give it a try. So this travel packing bag is literally sandwiched itself down to where I can put a whole nother layer of things on top of it in my suitcase. All you have to travel with is this little guy right here. He's rechargeable. It'll also work with a vacuum cleaner. If you have a vacuum cleaner when you get ready to do it at home, you can just suck it out right there with your vacuum cleaner, and it would probably actually have more suction, would probably make this even flatter. However, I don't want to give myself a false sense of security by doing that, and then when I have to suck the stuff down coming home, I don't have anything but this, and then maybe I can't get it as thin. I feel like I just took half of the clothes that I had stacked up on the bed, and I just put them in there. I want to take the other bag so bad. I want to get all my stuff in there. But you know what? The other thing you have to pay attention to is how much this stuff weighs. Because just because you can put more things in it, you're going to need to make sure that you weigh your bag more often. Because I think it would be real easy if you shoved 15 or 20 shirts in here. Like, say you've got a bunch of Columbia shirts like me. You could probably get, I bet, 15 of those in there. Maybe even 20 of those really thin summertime ones. And then they still weigh something, right? Just because you can get it in there doesn't mean that you're not going to go over your 50 pounds or whatever your carry-on weight limit is. I'm going to be checking this bag, so I'm worried about 50 pounds. Okay, so I am stealing Kathy's bag too, because this is just too fun. Right. So I'm going to put it in here like this to start with and see how that does, you know, since we did it the other way on that one and then turned it around. Let's see what happens if we just go from the get-go here with these on this side. And I'm just going to start putting some of my shirts and stuff in there and see how it goes. Let's see. We're going to try to do this the flat way. Get in there. God, I love these. The material of these bags, I cannot get over how nice it is. Alright, so I'm going to pack this dude really flat. And we're going to try to get all these in there flat. I cannot be a perfectionist with this. You see me trying to make sure everything is perfectly the same size, and that's just not going to happen here. I always prefer to have laundry when I can, but Virgin is the only one that we currently get a free laundry bag on because of our status, but the rest of them we do not yet. We will probably one day. Well, let's try to do some this way too. Someday I'm going to have packing down to an art. Today is probably not that day. And I hope that you at least find this a little therapeutic, having to watch me pack and repack things. I'm really digging these bags. I already said that. So if you're interested in getting some of these bags for yourself, I'm going to put our coupon code, which is Kathy, and a link that you can use to go directly to the Aerless site. And with the code Kathy, you can get an additional 10% off on whatever their current web specials are. So that's really a good deal. And if you're interested in these, I highly recommend taking advantage of that. I really love this shirt. I got this in St. Thomas at that Ocean Safari store. It's like the beachwear shop there. I love octopuses. I think they're amazing. They're intelligent. Almost done with our 12 shirts. One more. I'll put it in this one. Yeah, I really think the only cons that I can think of for these bags are that, one, because they compress so well, it would be easy for you to add too much weight to your suitcase because of the extra space you have. And you don't want to get right up to your limit if you can help it, because you want to have room to bring home a little something, something. I mean, you know, I'm coming home with a t-shirt or a hat. It's just inevitable. I love a hat. All right, and remember, we have to go all the way up to here. Okay. And we're in the spot that we want to be, right here. So this can gives you an idea. Not compressed, compressed. And there's a pretty good, all my fingers gap in between the two, like height-wise. Kathy's gonna be mad though, right? She's gonna be like, I can't believe you took my bag. And I'm gonna be like, but you could put some extra stuff in the other side of my suitcase if you want to. She was finishing up her cooking classes today. So she will be packing later tonight. And so far, honestly, I mean, like I said, I've been packing for days because I have been constantly going through, and I pack, I get everything laid out, and then I take some stuff out, and then I get everything laid out, and then I take some stuff out. And I've just been doing that over the past 2 or 3 days, probably 3 days actually. So I'm very excited that all this stuff is actually going to fit, and I'm going to have some room to put my shoes and other stuff in there. I kind of would like to take my boots. I have some waterproof Columbia boots. And I was kind of hoping I didn't have to wear them on the plane. And I think with the extra space that I'm going to have because of these, I'm going to be able to pack those boots in my suitcase. And that's pretty darn exciting. Let's see if I'm going to give it a little A little help. A little help here. Need to turn off. Keep going, little buddy. Keep going. So I'm just giving it a little massage to try to like move some of that air around in there. Just so I can get the maximum benefit. I mean, this is real world application, folks. You know, you're going to move it around a little bit to try to get more space than you can. You know, for Kathy, this little space right here, she would be like, oh, I should have put something in there. I should have put a sock in there. She takes every inch of space that she can. She's such a better packer than me. Wow, almost to the size of the other one. There we had in there 12 shirts. 12 shirts, y'all. Amazing. See what we got. There we go. Look at that. Thin, thin, thin. Look how thin that is. Wow. And see, I still have all this space here so I can put some other stuff. So it's kind of amazing. And here's Kathy. And now she's going to realize that I stole her bag too.
Stole my bag.
I stole your bag because it worked so well.
Okay, well, we can get another set for another time. Did you get your winter coats and things in there?
I got them in that one. Is all my like layering stuff.
Nice.
This is all my shirts except for those 2 t-shirts I forgot over there, which probably could win in here too.
Well, they still can, just maybe not during the video.
But yeah, can you believe it?
Oh, it's going to fit great.
Yeah, I mean, there's 12 shirts in here.
That's pretty awesome here. And it's not that thick, really.
No, it's not.
It's really not that thick.
And the material is really, really nice. It's
oh,
like,
it is.
It's waterproof. It has waterproof zippers. And it's non-bacterial, so you can put...
Ooh, so it's not going to grow stuff if you put laundry or
it's
something.
It's not going to grow stuff.
Like dirty stuff.
You put your dirty laundry in at the end of the trip, you suck the air out of it, and then when you come home, your suitcase doesn't smell like wet dog like my coat did.
Okay, I'm in. We'll get some more.
Yeah, I think they're great. Okay, so I'm still blown away. I'm absolutely blown away by the airless stuff. They say 60% space saved. I'm saying more like 70 to 75 because of the way that I pack things. I'm just blown away by the quality of those bags. Just that they feel like a really good dry bag, like I would use on a kayak for camping or something like that. And like the quality is just there. They're not going to rip. They're not going to tear. Those zippers are spot on. They're just, you have to even give them a little tug for that final closure at the top because they are just so well made. I'm blown away by them. I really am. We're going to get another set. So if you want to get your own set, you can use the link I'm going to put below. And then when you go to check out, use the code Kathy and you will get an extra 10% off of whatever the current web sales are. And I think right now the web sales are pretty good. So when I get done here, I'm going to order us 2 more bags. Yeah, totally blown away. This would have changed our life with the trip that we had to Europe earlier this year. Like, we drug around so much stuff that I literally could have cut out a whole entire bag just using that. So this is the happiest I've ever been packing. Usually I'm frustrated, I'm stomping around the house, I'm doing all this stuff. Now, I'm not completely packed. I still have to pack my electronics and my pillow and things like that. But with a whole entire half of a suitcase available, which never ever happens for me, I got space for it. I'm not worried about it. I'm not stressing about anything right now. So, yeah, airless. It's the way to go.